Hello, and welcome to another episode of Ask the Wizard After Dark. I'm your host, Russ Leteau, aka The Wizard. Hello again, and a very nice late evening for a Saturday episode of June 24th, Ask the Wizard After Dark. There are no questions off topic, and nothing is taboo. I trust you all had a great Saturday. Went to two farmers markets today, which is a first for me. Myself and Mary Jo will often go to the morning farmers market, but we actually put in two today. It's really interesting how different crowds arrive at different places, and us humans are always such interesting individuals. And I often, when I looked at the crowd from the morning market, and then I looked at the crowd from afternoon market, it was a very different demographic, and it's really interesting to watch people, and actually specifically how they dress. And it's really interesting at a farmer's market to see some people dressed like they're going out for a night on the town, and other people are dressed like they just got out of bed. And I just find people so fascinating, because for me, my wondering is always, what's the story behind the appearance? And why have they chosen, not that there's anything right or wrong, but what has the motivation been for how people dress, what they wear, what they don't wear? You know, for ladies, the color, the type of purses, and for guys, the type of watch, and just all these affectations that we have. And again, there's nothing wrong with them. I just always find it interesting as to why we're doing it. And I find that this is just me, but there are people that have certain affectations, and whether it's the way they dress, whether it's the car they drive, whether it's the person they're with, and they're doing it because they're trying to create an impression and or an identity in the eyes of those that are watching them. And then there's those that can be wearing the same clothes, driving the same car with the same type of people, but the only reason they're doing it is because they like it. And I always find it really interesting that we can be doing the same things, at least if we look at the thin physical veneer that we call the world of our five senses. But where we're doing them from makes all the difference in the world. And I find this to use a bucket term, in the New Age genre as well. And there are people that are saying the right things and wearing the right clothes or the right jewelry and going to the right circles and things like that. But you see, a human is a human is a human. And there's some people that are doing that because they're trying to create an identity in the eyes of the people that are observing them. And I think sometimes the reason they do that is because they're not really sure who they are. You see, and then there's the second group that wear the same clothes, say the same things, go to the same circles, but they're doing it as an expression of who they know themselves to be. And for me, that makes all the difference in the world. We can both be doing the same thing, but where we do it from changes everything. It was the spring, early spring of probably 2016. And the universe was speaking to me. And basically it said, what do you want? Like, what would you like from me? What do you want from me? And it wasn't like the universe saying, well, what do you want from me? It wasn't that. It was, what do you want? What would you like? And essentially, the conversation was such that the universe was saying, claim what you want. You've been asking for this and for this and for this and for this and for this. But start claiming it. But you see, I realized in order to begin to claim it, I had to approach it from as a very different person. You see, we are individualizations, I like to call it, of the I am. So we are I ams, and then there is the I am. And we are individualizations of that, individualizations of the universe. Oh, and we have somebody actually checking in. Hello, Dale. I'll say hello back. Boy, and I can't talk and type at the same time. Thanks for listening in, though. And in order to do that, I had to do it from a different person, from a different place. And this is what I find happens is we take the I am, or the universe, and we put he, she, they, them, it on this pedestal, and we may be saying the same things, whether it's affirmations or things like this, but where we're saying them from makes all the difference in the world. You see, what I feel in so many respects, the universe is saying, essentially, call me out, right? Claim what you desire. Stop asking for what you desire. Stop looking for your external circumstances to define who you are, and step up as an individualization of me, if this was the universe talking, and claim your inheritance, because all those things that you're looking for are held in trust. You see, they're here. You don't have to go looking for them. They're here right now, in trust, waiting for you to claim them. And you see, that's the thing, right? We have an inheritance in trust of all these things that we're looking for. But in order to claim the inheritance, you need to claim it. You need to stand and come boldly to the universe and say, I claim this, fill in the blanks, right? Because I know who I am. I am an individualization of the I am. And because of that, I have an inheritance that I can boldly claim. But you see, if we don't understand that, then we're just like the person that wears all the right clothes and the right watch and drives the right car, but on the inside, we're not really sure we're that person. And that's why we do it, because we're looking for someone, something, someone else to affirm who we are, because we're not sure we're that person, you see. For me, and this is something that I've learned very profoundly in this last while now, since that spring of 2016, is that it's time to claim our inheritance. If it's healing you're looking for, there's healing in the trust. If it's financial abundance you're looking for, that's in the trust too. It really doesn't matter what it is. Because of who we are, we can claim that. But you see, we need to have the chutzpah, I guess, to actually say, I am. Oh, we say the right words, and we say the affirmations, and we do all this kind of stuff. But to actually stand in our own power and say, I claim the healing. I claim the financial abundance. I claim the relationship. I claim fill in the blanks. We basically, we claim our inheritance and we make it ours. And I think sometimes we go, well, who am I, right? Who am I to claim, right? I can do my affirmations and I can ask for it and I can believe for it and all that kind of stuff. But who am I to step up and say, no, I claim this. This is mine. It's been put in trust for me, that healing that I'm looking for, the physical healing, the emotional healing, again, whatever it is, it's in trust waiting for me. And I'm claiming it now, not because of anything that I've done, but because of who I am. And that gives me the right of ownership to all these things that are held in trust. And I think so often we don't do that. Or if we do it as one who says the right things, takes the right step, but they're not really sure on the inside who they are. And the universe is saying, come boldly in my presence and claim your inheritance. It's all here for you. This is Source Wisdom showing up. And yet we say, and we look at all the reasons why we could never be an individualization of the I am, an actual piece of the universe. You see, because we see ourselves through the lens of our pasts and the projections of ourselves into the future. We see ourselves as we perceive others see ourselves. We have this amazing ability to identify ourselves by our perceived faults, instead of just surrendering to the truth that you are an individualization of the I am. And because of that, you already have the right to claim those things that you're looking for and to boldly stand in that claim because you remember who you are. So start to claim your inheritance. If it is finances, financial abundance, if it's healthy relationships, if it's a change in your occupation, whatever it may be, decide what that is and then claim it. I am that. I claim my healing. I claim my fulfillment. I claim that perfect relationship. I claim it because I'm taking that inheritance and making it mine from a place of knowing who I am. The universe appreciates, and I think I could even say requires us to be bold in what we do. Not to be timid, but to be bold. To boldly say, this is who I am. So maybe it's time to stop asking and start claiming. So what do you want to talk about? I'm here every night, sometimes a wee bit later, but every night, scheduled at 11:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. What are your frustrations? What are your challenges? What are your wonderings? Let me know. It's just you and me and Source Wisdom. You can always find me on Twitter at Russ Liteau. My website is russliteau, so RussLittau.com. Facebook, you can find me first name, last name. So let me know. What would you like to hear from Source Wisdom on? Because that's what I'm here for. And remember, there are no topics, that are off track, no questions that are off base, and nothing is taboo. This has been another episode of Ask the Wizard After Dark. I'm your host, Russ Leteau, aka The Wizard.